Hey, what's good, y'all? Fuzion here, back with another video. Today we're going to be reacting to some NBA today. The Spurs and the Lakers did play the other night. Before I do get started, I do want to give a shout out to everybody who was handling these fires and going through things with this fire. I hate to hear that, man. It sucks. I'll be praying for you guys, and I'm hoping for nothing but the best. I don't have a lot of subscribers or a lot of viewers, but if my video does help you out, just to take your mind away from things, hopefully I can do that for you. There's a lot of charities out there, so if you do want to help out by donating money or even time, there's always options. But yeah, back to the video. I am going to be a little bit hard on these Lakers, which sucks because of the situation. Again, I don't try to attack people personally. I don't think I've ever done it as far as about these NBA players. So that's not going to start now. So I won't really be talking about JJ Redick, losing his home and all that type of stuff. But there is a game. The Lakers played well at the beginning, and then towards the end of that third quarter, they lost it. The score was 126 to 102. I've said this once. I said this. I'll say it again, and I'll say it every single video. If we're scoring under 110 points, we're not gonna win many games. Yesterday we scored 102 points. We've had way too many turnovers this game. Let me go ahead and pull up the exact number. Turnovers for the night, 19 to their 10. There was a lot of issues, I think, with this game. Could be people were thinking about some other things, but there was bad shot selection all around. 16 steals for the Spurs, and we had 9. We won the offensive rebound battle, 15 to 12. Points off of turnovers, the Spurs had 25. The Lakers had 15. Overall, it really just came down to that last quarter. Spurs scored 37 points to our 13 in that last quarter. And for some reason, we always just run out of steam. Rui Hachimura had 9 points, 3 for 6 from the field, 3 for 4 from the 3. Who cares? You shot the ball only 6 times. We need Rui Hachimura to shoot the ball more than 10 times a night for us to be competitive. LeBron 18, 5 and 8, 7 and 11 from the field, 2 for 3 from 3. Along with 7 turnovers. As the primary ball handler, and again, it has become that way because of how this team was made and how people are viewing LeBron and how he is viewing himself. He is the primary ball handler. He is the primary scorer. He is the number one option every single time down the floor. This causes him to have to make extra plays and bad plays when they're not needed to cause those turnovers. Because you haven't prepared your team for when you are not the primary guy, it will cause issues. And I said this in my previous video about the Lakers. Anthony Davis had 30 points and 13 rebounds. I don't think he's in the MVP race anymore. But as long as he continues to play like this, then there's not much that we can really complain about from him. He had 8 offensive rebounds. That's high energy guy, stuff we need from him on a nightly basis. 2 steals and 2 blocks. This is not on him. There are some. He shot 5 threes. Preferably, I prefer him in that 3-point. Shoot just 3 threes tonight. There were times where he was open, and I'm not mad at him taking those wide open threes. But if we can get an extra pass, and then you dive in for an easier bucket, I don't think that's a bad thing. But again, I don't think it's on him. He played well. Max Christie, he's had nights. He had 10 points. Shot 4 for 11 from the field, 2 for 8 from 3. There should be no reason why he should be shooting the most 3-pointers. I think that 5 to 6, especially if you are just now starting. He wasn't our starting guy for the longest. He was thrown into the starting lineup, I think, 4 or 5 games ago. And since then, he's played okay, but it's just not great basketball from him. Not efficient yet. That being said, he's taking shots. That's something that you do want to see from your younger guys. Someone who's not afraid to take the shot, and someone who's not afraid to miss the shot. And he does both. So shout out to Max Christie, but a tough night. Austin Reeves, I still don't like him at our point guard position. I think he's a better scorer than a lot of our other guys on this team. But he had 12 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 4 for 13 from field, 2 for 7 from the 3-point line, with four turnovers. Again, that just comes with you not being an actual point guard and having to put you and just having to put you there. I think he's a scorer by heart. I think he does well when he is getting the ball in a triple threat position and being able to take you one-on-one. He does well when he is driving to the basket, and he does well when he can hit the three. But he has never been a knockdown 3-point shooter guy. He's always had the ability to hit a three, but I think his strength has always been either attacking the basket or doing those little fall away floaters that he has always done. But shooting 7 threes is a lot coming from him. We can go to the bench. I'm not even gonna study this bench, bro. Dorian Finney-Smith, 4 points, 3 assists, 1 for 4 from the field, 1 for 3 from 3. Gabe Vincent had our bench high, 7 points, 3 for 6 from the field, 1 for 3 from the 3. Cam Reddish, 3 points, 4 rebounds, 1 for 7 from the field, 1 for 4 from the 3. Jackson Hayes, 4 points, 2 for 4 from the field, 0 for 1 from the 3. Dalton Connect, 5 points and 3 rebounds, 1 for 5 from the field, 0 for 4 from the 3. So you hear that, and we keep taking jump shot, 3-point shots, and we're just missing them. And at some point, we're gonna have to change how we are playing. But it seems like we're not doing that this year. It seems like we are cashing in. We are putting all of our chips on this roster, unless obviously we make a change once this trade deadline does come. But again, who wants to play with LeBron and who wants to play on this Lakers team? Because it doesn't seem like many, and it doesn't seem like we're actively trying to make some moves. I think we could have gotten so much better with the trade with D'Lo. We got another hustle guy, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Shake Milton, who is hurt or is just not playing. And we essentially lost out on offense. One thing that D'Lo wasn't afraid to do was to shoot the fucking ball. Of course, they were horrible shots, ill-advised shots, bad body language, bad defense, but he wasn't afraid to shoot the ball. And I think we're running into that part where we're not being able to find offense from anywhere, which is forcing us to take bad shots. It has really just become that. But that's pretty much all on the game itself. So let's go ahead and get to the reaction. I don't know why I couldn't say that.
And the San Antonio Spurs. And Ramona, it is always a show when Victor comes to town. But LeBron James, he had to show the young, and he still got it. Hey there. Hey there.
So, guess I sorry know that it's early and it was, we literally just started the video. But he'll shoot those shots, him being LeBron, and then take a couple more threes and then just brick them up. How many? Oh God, that's a pause. He shot this game. He only shot 3 threes. He went 2 for 3. But I know nights where he'll hit this 1 3, and that means he has the green light for any type of 3 anywhere. He needs to stop doing that.
You know what? I remember I saw this before, and LeBron studies the game like no one I have ever met.
That's a message.
And it sends a little message early on there. But Wemby sending a message of himself. Over the last 2 months, he's shooting 39% on three-pointers.
Ridiculous. And when he does that, Anthony Davis has to come away from the rim, which opens up everything else.
Well, that was Jackson Hayes that was guarding him.
Still, though, LeBron able to operate inside. That's over a guy who's 7'5" with shoes on and able to get the basket there. Really, it was in the second half here.
It was towards the end of this third quarter. We were up the whole entire game until the end. And it was just turnover after turnover, ill-advised shot after ill-advised shot, bad pass after bad pass. It's just bad basketball once we got to the point. And these Lakers, man, this is when you're missing a true point guard to slow it down. Someone to get everybody to take a breath and get into different positions. That's the problem where that LeBron doesn't know how to do. It's a problem that Austin Reeves doesn't know how to do. It's a problem that Gabe Vincent doesn't know how to do. Until we can get someone like that, there are going to be runs and times where we just can't get a basket and we can't stop the other team from scoring.
This is where things started to get a little bit shaky for Los Angeles. Victor pokes it away there and then decides he's going to put a little windmill on him.
Can we get him in the dunk contest? Because that would be epic.
I mean, at that point, the rim, he makes it look like this is what you do to a toy Nerf.
It's like a layup line.
And by the way, Victor has a little side-by-side for you, LeBron.
Yeah.
He raises you, seeing your little...
That guy's got to add. But who cares? This is the problem when watching anything having to do with the Lakers. You're going to have to talk about LeBron, even when he has a night where he literally doesn't impact the game that much, even when it's a game where we lost badly to a team we should be beating. Who gives a shit that he did the same dunk that LeBron James did in 2006? We lost to a team that we should not lose to. But hey, LeBron did a one-leg three. Wemby did a dunk that LeBron did. That's the problem when watching LeBron, man. That's the problem when LeBron's on your team.
Move earlier in the game. Going ahead to the fourth quarter here, this is when the Spurs really started to pull away. By the way, this is why they brought in Chris Paul.
Yes.
He was instrumental in organizing their offense late in this game.
Well, the Lakers had no offense late in this game.
Good move.
About every
That was a good D.
turnover,
That was a good move.
every shot. And the Spurs capitalized on it. I think that's.
So, just real quick, Wemby at 23 and 8 with 5 assists. I don't think that was a horrible night. I don't think it was one of his best nights, but he played well. And I don't think Anthony Davis did a bad job holding him. I think that the best way to guard Wemby is to get in his chest, and if you can sort of match him to a certain degree lengthwise and athleticism-wise, you somewhat got him. You see it with Giannis, Anthony Davis, and I'm missing 2 other people. But Jackson Hayes should have been able to guard Wemby. I think Jackson Hayes is athletic enough. He has the length. He needs to lock in on the defensive end, and that's a guy who could possibly guard Wemby. The problem is I don't think he understands that, and I don't think he is being taught and trained to be that guy. There's a possibility that he could be a legit rim protector, a legit defender, a legit lob catcher. DeAndre Jordan is going to be, I don't know about in the Hall of Fame. He's going to be a all-time Clipper just off of lobs, rebounding, and blocking shots. That could be Jackson Hayes. But instead, he wants to shoot jump shots and baby hooks. My nigga, go set a screen, go roll off the screen, and get ready to catch a lob. Go sit in the dunker spot, wait on LeBron to drive for an easy dump or an easy lob. Go watch Clint Capella highlights. Learn how to play Clint Capella. Learn how to play like Clint Capella. You will get minutes. You will get championships. You will be a factor on the team if you can learn how to do just that one or two, just those roles, those exact same roles as Clint Capella. You learn how to do that. You will have a face and a name in this league on any team. but you don't know how to do that.
For a young team,
Dog
if your opponent
shit.
can't find the rim, you put the clamps down.
And Wemby finishes with 23 points in this one. The Spurs 126-102 with the win. Our senior writer Brian Windhorst is with us. Brian, the Lakers, they lost this game, as Ramona and I were just chatting about, in the second half. But is this a one-game symptom, or is this a larger issue here?
This happens all the time, and it may not be the second half, or it may not be the third quarter, or it may not be the fourth quarter, but this is how you watch the Lakers. The Lakers do this every single game. They play 2 excellent quarters, and then they play half of another quarter, and then just disappear on another quarter. And you can say that in any way. They play the first and third quarter perfect. They forget how to play basketball on that second quarter, but then they sort of figure it out in that fourth. Whatever. If you watched any of the games, that's exactly what they do. They do not have enough easy, consistent offense to find easy, consistent buckets. They do not defend every single possession. They do not play hard in every single possession. And they don't know how to make simple, controlled, easy passes.
No, it's not. It's unfortunately their defense. Their defense has struggled throughout the entire season. It's personnel based. It's also based on, some of their strategies. In this game,
Why is he talking like Jay-Z?
Was attacked defensively.
Yep.
And we saw this last week in the last game.
My nigga, talk regular, bro.
The Spurs carried over the same game plan. They used Wemby to stretch Anthony Davis away from the basket. Attacked on the interior with Austin Reeves. And this is something the Lakers are going to have to deal with. I know they made this trade for Dorian Finney-Smith. They've actually gotten worse defensively in these last 6 games, and Dorian Finney-Smith has been there. They've been bottom 3. He's not playing that much. I don't think it's a commentary on him. But the Lakers, if they can't defend, they just struggle. Their standard that they have to play offensively is extraordinarily high. And look, they are doing pretty well with their record, considering their defensive shortcomings. And this was obviously a game that they could have won, that they let get away in the second half. But I think the Lakers, fair or not, are kind of achieving at their level.
Well, they have to incorporate Dorian Finney-Smith, right? That takes some time. And part of the reason they did that trade is with D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves, that's a porous defensive backcourt. It's their point of attack.
Dorian Finney-Smith doesn't add much on the offensive end. He's another quality rebounder. He's another big body, but at the end of the day, he's 6'7". He's going to be out of position most times. He's at the power forward spot, but I think he should be a small forward, but he has power forward skills. And then we're losing a guard, and you're not playing Gabe Vincent all the way, even though he's not that useful. You're not putting Max Christie in good spots to score, and we lost a point guard. Shake Milton isn't getting minutes. Either he's hurt or he's just not playing. Either way, I think we lost out on this trade because we didn't trade for what we needed. We did not need another rebounding big or a small forward, power forward. We need a rebounding center, a shot blocking center, a rim protecting center, or someone who could create for themselves, a 2 guard that can score the basketball, a 2 guard that can shoot the ball, or we needed a point guard who could slow down the offense, be willing to not have to shoot the ball that often, or someone that can stretch the floor as a point guard. Those were our options, and we didn't get any of it. And then be surprised when we're not winning games. Same thing as last year, same thing as the year before that. Doesn't make sense.
Defense it struggles there, and I think the point of attack defense just wasn't great last night. San Antonio had 66 points in the paint because Anthony Davis gets pulled away from the rim when Victor Wembanyama is out on the perimeter, and that's something they just have to figure that out. But Finney-Smith will help eventually. It takes some time to find that. I was bummed that I went down to the Clipper game against the Heat, and I know this game was going here across the street, and it's when you watch these two play, LeBron and Wemby, I'm watching every single interaction that they have. Every single interaction.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm about to go ahead and end this video because they do this and we don't actually call out what the problem is with the Lakers. I haven't heard anybody say anything about Rui Hachimura yet. This is one of the reasons that we picked him up to be a solid defender, but to also be a scorer. You can't score the basketball by only shooting the ball 6 or 7 times. You can't do that. You can't be that guy that we need you to be when you're doing this shit. He keeps deferring to LeBron. But that's pretty much all I got, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that link in the description down below to become a member. We will have another stream at 850. I mean, at 800 subscribers, so make sure that you are looking out for that. I have put up a couple shorts. TikTok is finna die, so I will be putting up a lot more shorts up here so you guys can check those out. But that's pretty much all I got for y'all. I'll see you guys later. Peace.